I'm Jason Robison, and I'm in recovery for going on 21 years with alcohol and mental health issues. And my story of hope and growth and change is about being with community, and particularly when I always knew that I had issues and had a problem. I came from a family with many generations of alcoholism, and I thought I could manage that. And when I found myself in a room with other people who had that same experience, my world changed immediately. I saw that there was hope. Nobody was telling me what I should do or should not do. They weren't telling me that I was this or I was that. I felt connected to people, and I felt that growth was possible. I felt that I could define myself authentically, and immediately my life changed. And as that happened, as I started to grow, I was able to get married, I was able to get employment, and I found myself in recovery, which was beautiful. In 2001, I was working as a struggling writer, and I was lucky enough to be going back and forth between Los Angeles and New York. And on Monday, September 10th, 2001, I flew from New York to Los Angeles because I had to be in a AA Big Book workshop, and I didn't want to miss it. So I would have flown back Tuesday, September 11th, but I flew back Monday before, and then 9/11 happened. And I went back to New York as quickly as I could because I felt a sense of connection to the people of New York and to that place. And when I got to New York and I started going to self-help support groups in New York City right after 9/11, that experience changed my life even more. Because in New York City after 9/11, there were people who had 3 months of sobriety, and every day they were going to their meeting and they were staying sober, and they were going to work, and they were going to funerals of coworkers they had lost, and they were going to the site of the World Trade Center and volunteering, and nobody was talking about bombing anybody or going to war. It was the most authentic experience of healing that I have ever experienced. And I thought to myself, if everybody in the world had an opportunity to heal in this way, we wouldn't have war. And so from that moment on, I committed to work so that everybody would have an experience to connect to somebody else through trauma or self-help support groups, so that we could have this connection and change this dynamic of generational trauma and cultural trauma, so that in our generations to come, we get less and less and less as we have a practice of recovery that's sustained societally and culturally. And that's my experience.